Friends, today we have entered into our 40th day of We Heal Ourselves sessions, and today is our last day. And before we go into the sharing part, today we have Master Neelima from UK, and she's going to share her wonderful experiences, how she healed herself. But before that, we will all meditate for some time to calm ourselves down and to receive and to understand what Master Neelima is conveying. Yeah. So I request you all to take a very comfortable posture, crossing your hands, fingers into fingers, crossing your legs, simply closing your eyes. Just become aware of your breath, friends. Aware of your natural, normal, soft breath. All these days we had a wonderful journey, reading about many concepts, knowing about many methods on how to heal oneself. Every master and every article conveyed the same. Calm your mind and everything will be corrected. Friends, today once again, we take the journey to calm ourselves by being aware of our breath, our natural, normal, soft, tender, tranquil breath. Just be with your breath, friends. Whenever you have a thought, bring back your attention to your breath. Just the breath. Last 1 minute, friends. Slowly bring back your awareness, your physical body, and your surroundings. Let us all be grateful for everything that we have in our life, friends. Gratefulness is the key to the happy life and to a healthy life. Express gratitude to your own self, friends, to each and every cell in your body, and to your beautiful mind, wonderful heart, your eternal breath. Now, slowly, friends, whenever you are ready, you may place your both hands over your eyes for a few seconds. Slowly remove your hands and you may open your eyes. So welcome back, friends. Oh, if you have water next to you, I request you to drink some water. Friends, today we have entered, as I told you, that today is the last day of again another journey of we heal ourselves. We have completed enlightenment on no death for 49 days, and right after that, we started this journey on healing ourselves. And we have, in these journeys, in these 39 days or 40 days, we have learned a lot of things how we can heal ourselves. Each concept that has been shared by the author is confirming us that how we can heal ourselves with our own time and with our own patience and with our own right commands to our cells. So, friends, today we have a wonderful master, Neelima Shah from UK, and she will be sharing her journey of how she healed herself. And I thank Mridula ji. Mridula ji is the one who heard Neelima ji, and she requested if we can have Neelima ji to speak on the healing journey, because it is very important to hear the live experiences, friends. So, and Neelima ji had readily accepted. And thank you so much, Neelima ji. So, we welcome you all. And friends, Neelima ji, welcome. You can go ahead and you can share your experience. Great to see you.
Yes, same here, Madhu. Thank you so much. What a wonderful start to the day. Beautiful meditation and gratitude, message of gratitude and gratitude to your body and your organs. I'm really grateful to you for making such a beautiful start to my day. So thank you, and thank you to Mridula ji, as you said. And yeah, friends. So it is a very ordinary journey of my life. I'm just here to share the healing part of it, really. Um, and yeah, so basically, I'm a little bit of background of myself. So I'm Neelima from UK, London, and I'm an electronics engineer by profession. I worked for a senior as a senior leader for an organization in the UK for about 10 to 11 years. And when I was working, Life was going with full swing. I was very happy because I had achieved all my personal and professional goals, and I was at the peak of my career. And I was juggling my professional life with my children, and my family life with children and job and everything else. But I was enjoying it, and I thought at that point that I had actually, all the right qualities that I needed to become successful. That I had kind of, that's it really. This is life, and I know how to live my life, and so on. So little did I know later on that this was such a big limiting belief that I had. So as I was leading this life, about a couple of years, 3 years back, I suffered from a disease called glaucoma. It is a disease of eyes, and doctors say that it is a hereditary disease, which means that it has traveled through genes. And in this disease, basically, what happens is your optic nerve has severe pressure, and because of the pressure, the optic nerve damages, and slowly and slowly, one tends to lose vision. So out of nowhere, out of the blue, when I started losing pixels in the eyes, I got worried. Initially, I thought this is just a temporary thing, and then it's just because of the strain of my eyes, and because my usage of computers maybe, or because I'm working day and night. But then later on, as I went to the doctor started saying, no, no, this is much more serious. You've got glaucoma, and this is hereditary, and that eventually this is going to end up in a situation where you would lose all your vision. So then obviously panic set in. And I had to, it was almost a huge break to my life at that point. I had to, I had to take a back seat. I had to stop all that I was doing. My career almost came to a halt at that point, and I went through multiple eye surgeries. Went to the top surgeon, the top hospital in the UK, Moorfields Eye Hospital. And just like I handled every single project in my life with my full devotion, full, giving 100%, thinking that if I put my 100% into it, I'm going to break through and I'm going to achieve this. I thought, well, okay, this is another project which I need to handle, and I will give it my 100%. I will see the top surgeon, I will go to the top people, and I will crack this, and I will come out of it. So, friends, it's only when it carried on for 3 years, well, yeah, almost 3 years, and I started losing more and more and more vision. I realized that this is something different. I can't really treat this as a project. This is not something that's in my hands. So it was shock initially to my system. And immediately I went to, my first reaction was I went to a victim mode. So I almost, it was the feeling that why me? What have I done wrong? Why is the universe doing this to me? Or why is God doing this to me? None of my siblings have this disease. Then why have I inherited this disease? And so on. So a lot of feelings of why me and poor me, kind of set into my mind, and took a long time for me to come out of the victim mode. But initially, when I went into this mode, and that was a natural thing for me to do, it was almost as if I just didn't know how to come out of it. So my sister in India suggested Buddha CEO's meditation at the time, and I followed 40 days, 40-day sessions of meditation. At that time, although the meditation felt good, I still didn't have the bigger picture. I still didn't know how to help myself come out of it. And I still thought, well, I'm losing vision on a daily basis, so I really can't focus on my meditation, or I can't go into meditative state because I'm so fearful. And again, I used to think, well, why me? And this is not, this is just so unfair. Then somebody suggested Chandra says the Buddha CEO's workshop, manifestation workshop to me. And when I did those workshops, they were about 3 days workshops. That kind of, and along with a spiritual reading, a lot of spiritual reading, and watching Joe Dispenza's series on, Brain Rewired and so on. it dawned upon me that the fact that Patri sir always says, you create your own reality. And although I knew this statement and I had heard this statement before many a times, what does it actually mean? You create your own reality. When this statement actually hit me during that manifestation session, I realized that the first thing I have to do is come out of this victim mode, because of that, my mindset is completely different. I'm not helping myself because I'm just being I'm kind of on some level I'm enjoying being in that mode because I'm getting a lot of sympathy. I'm thinking, oh, poor me, and why has this happened to me? Oh, look at me, and what am I going to do now? And that kind of mode. So you that was my initial reaction. But then when I started doing this manifestation and a lot of meditation and continuous meditation for 2 3 hours, I realized that you create your own reality, which means that these are your things in your hands. I can actually come out of this. It is in my hands. It is all to do with my mindset. So it's not a quick process, friends. So I had to, it's been last 10 months that I've been following this journey. But slowly and steadily, at least knowing and realizing it was the first step in my life. And then slowly I started thinking about my limiting beliefs. So what are the things that I think about now, which I think all these days I thought they were the point, that they were the qualities I had to make me successful in my professional life and in my personal life. But clearly they're not working now when I've been struck by this disaster. So a lot of limiting beliefs, like first of all, it was my glaucoma, for example, is hereditary. That was a completely wrong belief that I had. That things have happened to me and there's nothing I can do about it. Second limiting belief. I must have done something wrong. None of my siblings have it. So I must have done something wrong, either in this life or in my past life, to deserve this. Third, limiting belief. And so on. So I literally sat down and made a list of all my limiting beliefs just to clear my head and get my thinking process going. And then, friends, I realized that what a big mistake this has all been. And I realized where I was going wrong. And during the manifestation workshops, we were taught how to convert the wording into empowering beliefs. So I thought, let's just start by first of all creating the wording, the correct wording. And then obviously I will start implementing them in my life. So I started changing the wording, started changing the meaning of those beliefs in my head. So the first belief I had was glaucoma was hereditary. I changed that into a belief, well, an empowering belief, which said, well, there is no such thing as hereditary. Epigenetics and gene upregulation can cure any disease. If Joe Dispenza has cured his disease, why can't I cure my disease? And things like that. So these are kind of powerful statements where you're taking control back into your hands. You're saying, well, I create my own reality. So now let me be in the front seat. Let me be in the driving seat and let me see how I can change my mindset, how I can change the qualities that I have, how I can do my own learning. And then on the spiritual path, how I can achieve my goal. So a big journey and a lot of time. It's taken about 10 months, I would say. But that's considering that the limiting beliefs that I was carrying was for, throughout my whole entire life. It was going to take that long for me to come out of it. So the disease that was there, it struck me because obviously there was some learning that I had to do, the challenging situations that were presented in my life. What was the learning that I had to do? So I had to do a lot of reflection, friends. The mindset that, well, I knew how to lead a successful life and I was there at the top of my career. I had to put that away. I had to put that to one side because clearly that was the ego talking, or that was the too proud of me talking. And I had to realize that not everything is that wasn't everything. I had to learn qualities such as being compassionate, such as being expressing gratitude. I realized that in my professional life, I was so busy doing, performance management and managing teams that I had forgotten the word gratitude, almost complaining and moaning all the time. How can we achieve better performance? I had actually forgotten how to express or how to be happy with what we have. And that was such a big thing that I had to learn, just to be grateful. So when Madhu today's meditation, when Madhu mentioned that just be grateful to everything that we have in our life, be grateful to your organs, to your body parts. Such an important thing, friends, because I've never ever thought about that before. And now I start all my meditations and constantly, I shift my emotions to the fact that I am so grateful to have this healthy body, to have these eyes who function me, who have supported me for my entire life. And that's when, friends, I started noticing the changes in me. And it was such an amazing change because all these years, well, in the last 3 years, I've just seen my vision deteriorating slowly, pixel by pixel. So every day I open my eyes and I notice that I've lost more vision. And I open my eyes and I lost more vision. And then there is fear. So there's this vicious cycle, fear of, well, when is the end coming? And what's going to happen when I lose it all? And am I going to go completely blind? And when that vision comes into my head, I can't meditate because obviously there's fear. So all this complete cycle, and then I go to my surgeon who tells me that, Neelima, it's best you accepting it now that this is the end, and you start learning things. Learn braille, learn assistive technology, because one day that situation is going to happen. So all of these things that you're hearing from your surroundings, especially when you hear it from the medical team, you it's very difficult to go against that when you're in that mode unless you meditate. So it's only when I started meditating I had the power of mind to overturn all these statements made by people around me. And then I had the courage of all the, after doing all the spiritual reading, watching Joe Dispenza's series, reading his books on the placebo, reading Louise Hay's books, I had the courage through meditative power to say, well, everybody's wrong. All my surgeons are wrong. And I'm going to create my own reality. And I'm going to do my gene upregulation. And things are in my hands. And all I have to do is I have to change my mindset. And to change the power of my mind is in my hands. And this is a very powerful thing to have. And only I can say only meditation gave me that power. My analytical mind or my logical mind, I wasn't getting anywhere. There was always a question, but how am I going to get this? This is not, if the surgeons can't do it, I can't. That was my normal mind, my analytical mind. But then I did a lot of things to help myself. I used to do about 6 hours meditation, 7 hours per day meditation. Then I did something called dark room therapy, where I meditated continuously for 8 days in dark room, except for obviously night times and certain hours. But that was an experience in itself where I completely lost fear. The fear element was completely gone. And all of these, I started intense reading of spiritual books, all the great masters, to learn what's out there, what is it that I'm missing from this jigsaw piece. And then after being, after going through all of that, friends, I just realized that it's a simple thing where I have to change myself. There's nobody out there who's going to help me. I have to help myself because I create my own reality. And how do I help myself? I have to change my mindset. I have to completely, do my self reflection and change the qualities, my limiting beliefs that I have. And so every night before going to bed, I used to, in my head, when I was meditating, I used to think about how my day has gone. What could have been what are the things that could have been different? What have I learned from today's, events? And how can I improve myself the following day? And then at that point, I learned that there were so many things that I had, that I had to change. Well, I mentioned ego was one thing, because ego is such a barrier. You think, well, I can do everything if I put my mind to it. It's my determination. I have things in my hands. I have, but then you get, you too proud, and then you realize that no, actually, that's not true. You have to you have to add certain things to to your life. You have to, um, you have to have. I had to be compassionate. I had to have gratitude. I had to be, kind of. There were lots of things that I had changed, and through self reflection, it's only when I changed that my behavior towards my family members, my behavior towards my friends, and they were all conscious efforts of changing all that. Um, and I started noticing the difference slowly. Slowly, I started noticing the difference in my not so much vision at this point, but in myself, in my relationships with my family members and my friends and so on. I just started feeling calm. And the first thing that happened to me was the fear element was completely gone. And that was a big thing because when the fear was gone, it wasn't, as if somebody was chasing me. Initially, it was like countdown to becoming blind. That's it, it's happening tomorrow, day after tomorrow. But when the fear element was gone, I was almost, in a mindset where I've been protected. The universe is going to take care of me, and all I had to do was be in that meditative state and kind of reflect and change my limiting beliefs. So I had, more time, and I had more peace of mind, and I had inner peace to work on myself. It wasn't, nobody was chasing me up, and I had a peaceful time. So at that time, I started changing my limiting beliefs. I through immense, kind of community service, meditation, a lot of gratitude to everything. Really, all my meditations, I had full gratitude for universe, and I started feeling it because what happens is knowing is one thing, but for your subconscious mind to know these things, for it to be embedded in your subconscious mind, the only technique there is meditation, really. When you do, deep meditations, that's when your subconscious mind gets programmed. So through, longer meditations, I started visualizing, things, and I created a mind movie of what do I want in my reality, my future. How do I want to change my reality? I want a future where things are, where I have complete peace of mind. I have a future where I'm extremely grateful to everything that I have. I have happiness, I have bliss, I have peace of, kind of mind, and generally my relationships are good with my friends, my family. Um, so I started focusing on my emotional well-being, and I changed the wording of my limiting beliefs to my emotional well-being beliefs. So for example, rather than saying an empowering belief related to blindness, I created my empowering belief related to happiness, related to peace of mind. And through meditation, friends, I started visualizing this mind movie that I had, a mind movie where how would my life be completely different after I had achieved my goal. So I'm going to project this goal to the universe. And what am I expecting? I'm expecting my life to be happy, obviously, peace of mind. I'm expecting that I'm driving, which I'm not doing now because of my eyes. I'm expecting that I'm traveling around the world. I'm helping, other patients with glaucoma at Moorfields Eye Hospital in London. How am I helping them? I'm visualizing that I'm conducting meditation sessions at Moorfields. That's what I'm visualizing in my mind. And it was so beautiful because I then created a nice mind movie in my head. And I started visualizing these things during my meditation. And friends, it was amazing because it was meditative, meditation, long meditations, and then playing this movie in my mind for about few months. Things honestly started changing for me. And that was the first step. I realized that actually the universe is providing me with whatever I had asked, but in a grand scale, more than what I had asked. So, a recent trip, just to give you an example, a recent trip to the surgeon, um, And my surgeon detected, to his surprise, he detected that I had something else called CMO. It's to do with swelling in the eyes, some macular edema. And he said, well, he was surprised that this wasn't detected before. And he said that, oh well, if you have this, that can be treated easily. That's not that's not irreversible vision loss. And I was just amazed. So all these years, I was conditioning my mind that I have glaucoma. It's a reversible eye loss. So once I lose my vision, I'm not going to get it back. And now, through this intense meditation and through this visualization, I'm visualizing that the universe is going to manifest my goal. And what do I hear from the surgeon for the first time after 3 years? That I may have something else which is curable. This was amazing. This was a breakthrough. The same surgeon who has been telling me that prepare for the worst is now telling me that he said, well, look, Neelima, I don't know what you've been doing, but something is working. So this is obviously, I told him I meditate and so on, but he said, well, whatever you're doing, it seems to be working. And that was such a breakthrough. And friends, there are times when you lose hope, and there are times when you think, well, is this really going the way I want? Really, is there, are things in my hand? Do I really create my own, future? And can I really change my mindset, which has been conditioned for my whole lifetime? But I'm a live example, friends. I was very cynical. I was not spiritual at all. Although both my parents are very spiritual, I was completely opposite. And the fact that universe has given me such a powerful learning experience, and I'm grateful that I took that experience and I've learned and I'm still learning my lessons, has really kind of made me aware that everything that you have in life, all challenges that you have in life, they're there to teach you something. And I have learned, but I would say I've only learned half. I'm still on a journey, and every day I'm learning through every situation. But that is something, that is how my outlook is now. What is my learning in this situation? What is the universe trying to tell me here? How can I improve myself rather than blaming the circumstances around me? And that has been working. That is a perfect formula that Buddha CEO taught me, or that is a perfect formula that I cracked. And through that, friends, not being attached to the goal is also one thing. So after manifestation, I said, well, please God, let my glaucoma be healed and all of that. That's not, that's not the goal. The goal is emotional. The goal is to have peace of mind, to be completely to have our learnings in this lifetime, to make the most of the opportunities of learning. And then obviously these things will happen, and that's the lesson that I've learned. And friends, all I can say is I'm a live example of how you can heal yourself, but I'm still not 100% healed. I'm in the tunnel, I'm doing the journey. But now I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I see hope, and I now know the formula of how I can achieve this. And thanks to all the great masters like Madhu, Chandra sir, and GK sir, and everybody in the Patri sir, that they've shown us the way, shown us the path to follow. And we can we through all that spiritual reading and intense meditation and visualization, we can follow that path, and we have the power to heal ourselves. So thank you, friends, for listening to my story. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer. But now it's over to you, Madhu. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow, what to say, Neelima? From start till end, you have each word of yours is very inspiring. My
Thank you.
goodness, you are the living example. As you said, you are the living example of how one can heal ourselves. And like we have heard about Joe Dispenza, we have read
Mhm.
about him in the books, but seeing you here and how you're manifesting your health is really an amazing journey. And I'm very, very happy for you. And I'm sure your
Thank you.
whatever your movie that you have pictured in your mind, it is going to manifest
Thank you.
because things happen for a reason. Nothing happens by
Yes.
chance.
Yes.
And we have to stand as an inspiration to many by saying that yes, if I can heal myself, you can all do that, and you are doing that. I'm very, very happy for you,
Thank you,
Neelima.
Madhu. Thank you.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So now, Ram, yes, 1 second now. Yes, Ram, you can go ahead and unmute yourself.
Thank you, Madhu. Thanks a lot, Neelima ji.
Thank you,
So
Ram.
that's so very inspirational. Just inspirational. That's so very connecting to each cell in my body. What you have just spoken, and it just comes to my mind that none of our journeys are solely our journeys.
Yeah.
Our journey is for everyone to experience their journey, to know from their journey, to evolve from their
Yeah.
journey.
True.
So, firstly, thanks that you came forward and sharing this journey,
Thank you.
because that had thrown light on many things that many people in this world, from hearing your experience, is going to bring shift in their lives. So, so very grateful. We have
Thank you, Ram.
one, we have one Neelima in Germany, very close to our hearts. So now we
Right.
have a Neelima from UK, close to our heart.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely. Thank you, Ram.
so very
Thank
grateful.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks. Thanks.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Thanks, Ram. Wonderful. Yes, friends, if you have anything to share or ask Nilima, please you can go ahead. Shirinji. Yes, Shirinji.
Yes, this is wonderful, magnificent that you are so inspirational. It's really, I'm just, every cell in my body, like Ram, is so excited because I can just feel, yeah, see your commitment. That's 100%. And I think
Thank
with
you.
that kind of commitment, we inspire everybody. And that's just magnificent. And I know Joe's dispensers work very, very, very well. And he is just such a example and a model to all of us. And I think
Yes.
we've got somebody in Patriji's circle too who does that. This a similar model.
Shreyans.
And I think what's
Yes.
magnificent about him is that he gives us as the possibility in the same ways that you're doing right now, in that there is no victim.
Yeah.
There is only taking 100% responsibility for where you are. And wow, you've done it. That's magnificent. What an
Thank
example.
you.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for just
Thank you.
being who you are.
Absolutely.
That's
Thank you.
magnificent. And I would love to meet you. I'm
You're
also
very
in the
welcome.
UK. I'm in
Yes.
Bournemouth and
Well,
I'm in London. I don't know where you are.
I'm in North London, Northwood.
Oh, okay, good, right. So really,
So
we'll get together. Yeah,
definitely.
that's fabulous.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your kind words.
Thank you so much, Shirinji. Wonderful. Yes, friends, anybody else? They're showering a lot of messages. They're
Oh, thank
showering their
you.
love to
No,
Nilima. Much
we would
gratitude.
love to. Yes, anybody who's in London, welcome, very welcome to see you all. When we
Yes.
physically meet, it would be great.
Yes, Indraji.
Thank you, Madhiji. And Nilimaji, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you,
It's,
Indraji.
it's from my heart. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
Uh,
It reached my heart. Thank you.
your experience and the way you sort of presented it is having a tremendous effect on one of the problems I now have.
All right.
It's not a health issue. It's not a health issue. It's a business issue. My business is in turmoil. Uh, not because I'm not doing it well. It's at the level of management and ownership. Management and ownership. And I am going to apply what I learned from your experience to deal with it. I'm going to take
Yeah.
I'm already sort of I'm meditating quite seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever messages I get in my meditation to address this problem, I'm
Mm-hmm.
already doing it.
Yeah.
But you bring a lot more light into it for me. Thank you.
Thank you. No,
So
thank you.
whatever
I'm sure.
experiences or whatever messages I got from you,
Yeah.
I'm going to apply, and I'm going to take it into a slightly different turn.
Yeah.
If you understand what I'm trying to say.
Sure.
And
Sure.
you've given me a lot of hope. I'll do that and have the confidence that I will create a better reality for myself. Thank you.
Perfect. Perfect, sir. I'm sure you'll make it, sir. It's all to do with our mind, sir. And
Thank you.
with the power of mind and hope, never lose hope, you will make your own reality. And the
Of course.
confidence you'll get after doing that, the power is in your hands, not in anybody else's hands. So I'm sure you'll do it. And we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Indraji. Wonderful. We create our own reality. Yes. Yes, Sharu.
Good morning, Neelima ji. Good morning,
Good
Madhu
morning.
Garu, Ram Garu. It was wonderful, wonderful listening to you.
Thank
Wonderful. I love you so much, Neelima ji. It's
thank you.
beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. The journey,
Same.
the entire journey, the way you put your journey in few words, they were wonderful. It's just like, I resonate with each and everything that you said. And when I see you, it's like the one thing that comes to me is Appo Deepo Bhava, that is, be the light unto yourself. And I think you are the light
Thank you. That's
which is
very
going
nice
to
to you.
spread everywhere. So this is what I wanted to tell you. So we
Thank
all
you.
love you so much. Thank you for being
Thank
here.
you.
Thanks for your
I'm
presence.
so grateful. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for your love. Thank you.
Thank
Same
you.
here
Thank you
in my
so
heart.
much.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Sharu. Wonderful. Yes, friends. Anybody else? Yes, Amita.
Good morning, Neelima.
Good morning.
Your story is so inspiring. And
Thank
yes,
you.
I do have a little, listening to the whole Bean family and the sessions we have, and today your story, it's like, I'm in the process learning so much about my own limiting beliefs and certain minor health issues are there, minor, major, whatever it is. But so,
Yeah.
yeah, so now it's given a clearer path, how I can improve it more, how can improve my meditation more. And your journey is amazing and it's an inspiration to all of us. And I'm sure
Thank you.
that one day I will definitely share my total complete feelings here. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. No, thank you.
Thank you.
And very welcome. Thank you.
Yes, Amita. As you said, like listening to Master Neelima, like we all have to get inspired, and she has set an example for each one of us. So then afterwards, we have to come up with our own experiences and share. That's how we inspire everybody.
Mm,
So thank you so much, Amita. I'm sure you're going to do that.
yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I'm sure about it now. And
Wonderful.
especially the Charu session this whole week and this and the whole 40 days of session of heal yourself. Yes, definitely. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Mm,
Amita. Yes. Nutalaji.
Oh, I wanted to thank Neelima for sharing with us on Being Family. I saw you,
thank you.
Neelima, on Buddha CEO,
Oh,
and
yes. Madhu
I
mentioned,
just
yes.
was, huh?
No, Madhu mentioned that you saw and then you
Yeah,
recommended. So thank you for that.
I was so amazed. I was so drawn. I'm like, we have to get Neelima to tell her story for our Beam family.
Thank
So
you.
thank you so much. I am so
Good, thanks.
amazed,
Thank you.
always amazed, at our, every human being, just amazing. That's all I can
Yeah.
say. That's the
No, you're right.
most,
You're right. Yeah. Yeah. But
you know,
as we say, if we look at life, it's our outlook, isn't it? If we look at life as every challenging situation that we have, be it health or be it business, like Indra sir said, any challenging situation that we have in life is there to give us some opportunity to learn. It changes the whole outlook. It changes the whole way we look at things. And because being a methodical person, I had to make a list of things that I had to learn from that situation, and overall the qualities that I had to change. And then there were quite a few, but I focused on 3 or 4. So now any situation that comes, I don't respond, I don't react. I have to wait. I give some time. I think. I shift my emotions. How do I need to react in this situation? How do I need to respond? And then you're kind of applying that, rather than just having it back of my mind. You're applying that in that particular situation, but at least you're aware of it, and now you're trying to implement it in daily life. And that's why I said it's a journey. It's not something that you've achieved. Now you've changed it. It's not that simple, because life presents you with different situations, but you're applying it. You're being aware and you're applying it, and you're changing things on a daily basis. And then it becomes habit, and then it becomes instilled in your body, and it becomes your nature. So it is journey, and I'm sure we all have that, but just changing your outlook to start with. This is a lesson that I have to learn. Some challenging situation is there because I have been presented with this wonderful opportunity by the universe, and I'm going to take that opportunity rather than sit and cry there in victim mode. That's the main thing I've learned.
Well, there's a saying, I don't even know who said this quote, but I always remember when I saw you, I just thought, if there's a will, if there's a will in our heart, there is a way.
Correct.
There is a way.
Correct.
You are just amazing, Neelima. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you, Mridulaji. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mridulaji. Wonderful. And Kinnariji, yes, please go ahead.
Just wanted to say thank you, Madhu, and thank you, Neelima ji, for sharing your story.
Thank you, Kinnariji.
My story is almost similar. Madhu, she knows me very well now.
Right.
My story is almost similar to yours. I lost my ears, but because I lost it and 4 years ago, and I was not in meditation at that time.
Right.
So I had my operation at Tarantini, and anyway, I'm not living very far from you. I live in Ajmer.
Oh, right. Okay, so very near one. Yes.
So yes, we're not very far. The only difference between you and me.
Yes.
I'm not praying for my ears to come back because I'm very happy with the situation what I am in.
Wow,
I lost my job. Yeah, I lost my hearing. I lost my job. I had my operation, got my bionic ears.
Right.
Now I will tell you the plus point of my losing a hearing.
Right.
I came into spiritual path. I came into meditation. And I met a lot of new friends like you, Madhu, and lot many other PMC masters. Plus, and because of my limited hearing, if somebody would even tell me off or whatever, I wouldn't understand.
Yes,
so yeah, everything is even if somebody would tell me off, I wouldn't understand. I would say thank you, thank you, thank you. And and one more point that whenever I argue with my husband, I just take off my machine and I argue because I can't hear anything then. So I argue, and then when I would finish, I can, when I see that he has stopped talking and mouth shut, then I would just wear my hearing, this machine. So hearing would come back. And so always arguments, I win because I have to hear. So he has to hear, I have to talk. So that's finished. But I'm very happy with my losing my hearing. So yeah, but initially you're absolutely right that I was also in victim mode, and this is why happened to me, and blah 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 blah. You know that means negative feeling and negative and depression, blah blah blah. But after coming into spirituality, now I can understand, and I enjoying actually my life, and very happy with whatever I have, and gratitude is always there, definitely for everything. And I'm just doing that. You said that because I just recently have started meditation and came into PMC.
Right.
So, but I'm just for giving back. I'm doing volunteering at RNTNA.
Oh yes, I do that as well for eyes. Yes, RNIB. Yeah.
That is what my story is, but little bit different. But I'm very happy with my.
No, listen, you are an inspiration to me because you're a true inspiration to me because I although I'm kind of, following this journey, I'm still fighting for my sight in the sense that I'm visualizing and I'm manifesting and so on. But, this is a completely different way of looking at things, isn't it? I mean, once I think Patriji had said this to me once, that if you're, if you lose your vision, so what? That's your outer world. It's switched off. Start looking inwards. So this is a huge, great way of looking at things. What a positive mindset that you've achieved, and that's very great, Kinariji. So thank you for that insight, and I'll always bear that in mind.
Yeah, it's like a surrender to what it is.
Yeah, height of positivity. Very good. I like that.
So that's but I'm just enjoying.
No, wow, absolutely. As you said, you've got so many other things that you achieved, which you normally wouldn't have had it not happened to you.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're
That is what
absolutely right.
Yeah.
I look back and I think that if I had not had this, the challenge in my life, I would have never turned to spirituality. I would have never meditated. Both my parents meditate. They're both very spiritual, but I was a rebellious child from young age. I was always very kind of scientific and thinking, well, this is not really for me. This is not going to work. I would have never followed that path. And I'm so grateful now that I followed that. So things happen for a reason. We go into certain things and have challenges. Yes, exactly. So we just have to be grateful. Yeah,
it's like a kick at the back.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So thank you for that. Yeah, that's a bigger heart that you have, and I'll always remember that there is no so you found positivity even when you've got completed deaf, and that's such a huge achievement. So brilliant. Hats off to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kinariji. And thank you, Neelima ji, for wonderful, the taking positivity from everything and listening from everybody and learning from everybody. Wow, it's amazing. And I'm very, very happy to see that. And yes, thank you. Arpita. Yes, Arpita.
Yes, Ka. Thank you so much, Ka, for organizing this. And thank you so much, Neelima ji, for sharing this wonderful experience. And I have no words to say because earlier I used to before attending this session, whenever if at all I felt ill, I used to think that I have to concentrate on my on my food habits like that. I was oriented only on physical things, but after this session, like 39 days after, I have an idea that it's also important to concentrate on our mind, how we think, what are all the emotions that plays more than 90 percentage than the physical things that we do to our body. That understood. And then now, after your experience, you are proof for that. So it is very motivating for me, and I am going to follow whatever I learned through this session.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for
That's
that.
very nice. Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you, Arpita.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So yes, friends, anybody else? Yes, sir.
Yeah, like Arpita was sharing, this journey of 40 days, 39 days of theory, and 1 day of live experience, practical experience, just to make us realize that all these 39 days of journey can be part of our reality as we shift our gears looking at this wonderful practical example and experiences sharing of Neelima. So thank you again for making this happen, Madhu, and everyone who made this reality happen. Thank you, Neelima.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ram. Yes, thank you. Thanks to Mithila ji and thanks to Buddha CEO for Neelima ji embracing the Buddha CEO sessions and how you have transformed yourself. Very much inspiring, Neelima ji. And
thank you.
And yes, I'm sure many of our friends from here, all of them, including me, we will we will keep it in our minds at how to work on ourselves and how to heal ourselves, how to be positive, and how to have this, like empowering affirmations and like the thoughts, higher thoughts. So it is very much clear to us now because seeing your practical example. So thank you so much, Nilimaji, once again for
Thank you,
coming
Madhu.
to
No,
us.
thank you for
And
inviting me, and thank you for having more. And again, I wish I had known about these. I would have liked to join from day one, but I'm sorry I joined on the last day. But it is really blissful to be, doing meditation in a group like this and listening to other people, and also your, the inspiration that you had from other sessions. It really is, sessions like these help me to come to this point. So I'm always grateful to masters like you and Ram, who who have been doing such great work under Patriji's guidance, and changing so many people's lives. So thank you to both of you. Thank you.
thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nilima.
We will add you, Neelima. Madhu, we will add her to
Yes,
Beam
yes,
Family right
yes.
away.
Yep.
I will right away.
Sure.
I'll add.
Sure. Sure.
Wonderful. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, friends. And friends, today we have another session, physical session here in Germany in our friend's place, the meditation session. So we have been reading the book on A Thousand Seeds of Joy. Today is the last day for the book reading, and from tomorrow we will be having meditations. However, instead of we meeting at 10:30 Germany time or 9:30 a.m. UK time, we will be meeting at in about 50 minutes from now. I'm sorry for the short notice. And from 50 minutes from now, we will do it will be a half an hour book reading session because the last part it's going to be really amazing. And please do join us and let us know what at the end what Mata Lakshmi has to convey to each one of us. And yes, friends, that's all for today. And in the evenings, no, in 50 minutes we will meet. In 50 minutes we will meet, and then for half an hour we will do the book reading session, friends. Yes, and we will be having in the evening, as usual, Saturday evenings, we have Master Madhumita from India. She will be getting the message from Mother Earth. So we will look forward for her message. What is she going to convey to us? And it is going to happen at 6 p.m. Germany time or 5 p.m. UK time or 9:30 p.m. India time. Till we see each other, friends. Yes,
Madhu,
50.
are you saying
50 minutes.
15 minutes or 50?
Okay, it is 50 minutes. It is at
Oh, okay.
7 a.m.
That,
7
yeah.
a.m. UK time or 8 a.m. Germany time or 11:30 a.m. India time. Yeah. So yes, Bhavnaji.
Mataji,
Yes,
um,
Bhavnaji.
thank you so much. Yes, attending the 4 days. Honestly, it's so much to learn, so much to learn. And Nilimaji, so proud of you. So
Thank you.
I'm going to take the footsteps, trying my best. I've spoken to Mataji a few times, and I just hope I reach my destiny the way you
You
want.
will. You will, definitely.
Congratulations, honestly, from the depth of my heart. God bless you. God bless you. And Madhuji,
Mm,
big hug to you. Big hug to
Big hug to you too, Bhavnaji. I
you.
love
Love you.
you and I love everyone.
And
Wonderful.
more, me more, me more.
Wonderful.
See you
Yes,
shortly.
yes,
See you
yes.
shortly.
See you shortly. Yeah. So, all
Sure.
right, friends, we will all
Thank
see
you.
each other again in about 45 minutes. And yes, thank you once again, Nilimaji, for
Thank you,
yeah,
Madhu. Thank you, Ram.
thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Yes, bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so
Bye.
much, Nilimaji, and
Bye bye,
thank you,
Thank
Madhu
Shakti.
Garu,
you.
Ram Garu. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot for
Thank
everything.
you.
Thank you.